What's going on, my truth seekers, friends, family, people? Let's talk about circumstance. First off, everybody, everywhere, I don't care who you are, will be faced with challenges and put in certain circumstances. Now, if you are a follower of the way, which is Yahusha, our circumstances that we face is not there to define who we are or to show us we're nothing. The circumstances that we face being followers of Yahusha is to build character, patience, hope. But most importantly, is to show us whom we serve. Who is that? Yahusha. Let's talk about it. Remember Moses and the children of Israel. At a particular time, they were put into bondage. Now notice, they did nothing to be put in that situation. They were in bondage to the Egyptians and to Pharaoh. But what did they do to cause that to happen? Absolutely nothing. Let's talk about it. If you go to the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 7, this is what it says. And Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmaster. For I know their sorrows, and I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians. That's why they were put into bondage. They didn't do anything to be put there, but that situation was there to show the children of Israel whom they Elohim is. You see, bondage revealed deliverance. Captivity revealed covenant. Oppression revealed power. Let's talk about another situation. Remember David and Goliath? You see, Goliath came again to the children of Israel. The children of Israel never seen something like that. They were afraid to go out there and fight Goliath. Now, David, before he was king, said, I'll do it. David understood one thing. He said, who is this uncircumcised Philistine to defile the army of Yahuwah? David knew that Yahuwah would fight for his people. David said, if you turn to the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, David said, you come to us with swords and spears and armor. This battle is not ours. This battle is Yahuwah's, and he will deliver you into our hand. And what happened next? David got a rock and a slingshot. Was it the rock that slayed Goliath? No. It was the rock of salvation, which is Yahusha, that won the battle. So when that victory took place, the faith that they have now in their Elohim, Yahuwah, increased. So why was Goliath put there? To destroy them? To make them feel worthless? To expose their fear? No. Goliath was put there to show them who their Elohim is. And they got the victory. Now, remember Paul, the apostle? Well, Paul was doing such a great job with the preaching of Yahusha. They threw him in prison. Yeah, he wouldn't shut up. Nah, he wouldn't shut up at all. They threw him in prison. And when they threw Paul, the apostle Paul, into prison, they said, we won. Now, we shut him up. That's called a situation. It's called a circumstance. Paul, at that time, had to believe this situation got me. They shut me up. They won. But notice what Paul said in the book of Philippians, chapter 1. Paul said in his bonds, in his being in prison, locked up, the gospel was preached with more boldness and without fear. You know what that shows, Paul? Even when I'm locked up, people look at my situation and it gives them hope. It gives them faith. It builds character. And the gospel is still being preached. So that situation did not stop the gospel from being preached. In fact, it multiplied the gospel to be preached with more zeal and with more boldness. Now, before I continue, let me give you a little bit of knowledge. Every situation you are facing is not because of Yahusha. So you cannot charge Yahusha foolishly. If you look at 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 15, it says, "But let none of you suffer as a murderer or a thief or an evildoer. Yet if any man suffer as a follower of the way, let him not be ashamed, but glorify Yahuwah on this behalf." So if you are out there and you put yourself in a situation because you don't want to be obedient to the word, and that situation caused you to suffer, you cannot charge and say this is because of Yahuwah. You have to be responsible for your own action. Does that mean he left you? No. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's talk about situations that is not in your control. For example, you work in a job. You go to work every day. You're a good employee. You do a good job. But you notice your coworkers are treated better and differently than you. It's so noticeable that your coworkers even notice it, and they kind of stay away from you because it kind of makes them feel like you're doing something wrong, but you're not doing anything wrong. And that's called a situation. That's called a circumstance that is not in your control. Fear not. That situation is not there to make you feel worthless, to make you feel isolated, to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. That situation is there to produce character. Character, faith, patience, endurance, and hope. That is what situations does in our life. Go back to Moses and the children of Israel. They were in slavery for many years before Yahuwah delivered them. Understand, they did nothing wrong to be there. So your situation may not change overnight, but notice what Yahuwah said. He said, he heard they cry, he seen their sorrows, and he came down to deliver them. So you have to be responsible for what you have done. But if you are in a situation that is out of your control, is there to show you how great and how strong Yahusha is in your life. So if you look at the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 28, it says, "And we know that all things," now these are for the people that have been disobedient, put themselves in a bad situation. Don't lose hope. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know all things work together for the good of them that love Yahuwah." Even though you were disobedient, do you still love him? Okay, great. Guess what happens? "To them who are called according to his purpose, all things will work." Not some things, not easy things. All things work in your favor. Why? Because you love him. You might have to suffer the responsibility and be accountable to the outcome, but it's going to work in your favor if you don't lose hope. So I want to leave you with this. No matter what you are going through right now in life, no matter how big your Goliath may be, no matter how much time and years you've been suffering, just like the people under Pharaoh, Paul says this in the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 38. He said, "For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angel, nor principality, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, or any creature can separate us from the love of Yahuwah." So no matter what you're doing, it doesn't mean he loves you less. Remember, all things work together for the good of those that love him. So with all you're getting, get understanding and know that your situation is there to produce fruit, character, hope, and to show you how strong Yahusha is.